So yes, it's the Elite Perspectives. We are back again, and today we are at Tredds Gardens, one of the best and fascinating gardens around Tarakanivy County and in Chuka Town. And today we are joined by the CEO, Tredds Gardens. So she's going to introduce herself, and then we are going to proceed. So how are you, madam?
I am fine, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you are going to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Yes, and then we are going to proceed.
My name is Teresia. Uh, I am the proprietor of the garden, and I work here. I live aloud here. Yes, and this is what I do.
Okay, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
So, maybe Madam Teresia.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe you can tell us how you began, getting to the business, or what was your first business?
Well, I have been in many businesses.
Uh huh.
I have been in the pharmaceutical industry,
Uh huh.
and later on I joined the hospitality industry.
Okay.
Uh, Let me talk about the business I am currently in,
Okay.
which is the hospitality industry. I started this business in 2018. Uh, it was a business I started just as an idea when I realized there was a gap with recreation facilities in Galakanivi,
Mm-hmm.
and that is how we started. When we saw a big gap, and we came up with just a garden, we planted the trees and the grass and the flowers, and here we were able now to welcome visitors and guests who started coming to use the facility for their leisure, for meetings, for conferences, and even for prayers. And that's a garden we learned.
So, Trade Gardens was the result of identifying the gaps that
Yes.
were there in the society,
Yeah.
and then you came in to fill the gap.
Well, yes. First of all, we realized there was a big gap.
Uh-huh.
As I would say,
Mm-hmm.
I am a business person. I did commerce in university. And one of the things we know is when you want to start a business, you must identify a gap. You must identify a need that exists for you to venture into that. So first of all, we were able to identify a big gap where there were no gardens in this region, and especially across the Galakanivi County and bit of Meru County. And when we had a big space, we thought it's the best thing to do. Secondly, it's something we love. I love hosting, so it was a good opportunity for me to host people. I basically love hosting people, seeing people happy, seeing people eat good food, seeing people interact. It's basically me. So I did also what I wanted to do and what I love to do.
So, from since when you began,
Yes.
how can you say the business has been like? Is it favorable? Has it been favorable, or how has the business been like?
Well, businesses has its own curves, up and downs. The business has been favorable. The business has been very promising, and we are not disappointed. We are happy. We have had very many guests from across all levels.
Sure.
Yes, high-ed guests, and we had many churches, many circles, many schools coming to use the facilities, many individuals coming and families coming here. So we'll say it's been a good business.
And have you ever made losses in this business since when you began?
Yes.
Can you quantify the largest amount of loss maybe that you've ever made?
Well, it's difficult to quantify, but there are times you take care of a group and you realize you have not made any profit, but maybe you have just met what needed to be met, break even. You have just been able to break even. So there are times you do make losses. There are times also you miss it out and you don't impress the customer. There are things that you come through in the business, especially like this one. It's so difficult to impress all the guests and to make sure they are fully satisfied.
Sure.
We work to make sure that they are satisfied, the customers are happy, we have good for them, good food for them. We always make sure that the space is clean, organized, there's a lane for them. But there are times we miss it out and the customer is not happy. So I would say it happens once in a while. So we make losses, and sometimes also we are not able to meet or to satisfy some customers. But our hope is we satisfy our customers.
Okay. And Madam Teresia, you've said that you graduated from the university with commerce, a bachelor's in commerce. So what can you tell a certain young man out there who has graduated from the university, they have not acquired any jobs They have not gotten any jobs. What advice would you give to a young man out there who is desperate to look for jobs and there are no jobs out there? What advice would you give to such a young person out there?
Uh, One thing, when you leave the university, you realize, especially today, the opportunities are few. But as a young person, what you need to do is go out, look for the gaps. The gaps are still very many. The gaps that need to be filled up. There are so many needs that are still not being met. It's unfortunate we are clubbering to the very common kind of businesses, but I think there are still needs. There are still gaps that are there that are not met. So I would ask the young people, go out, identify a certain gap, identify a certain need, look for a way to satisfy it, and I think you are going to make it. To the young people, I would say at a certain age when you leave the university, you're also very energetic, and especially today when you have a lot of, you are good with digital marketing, you can be able to push for something very quickly and faster because of digital marketing. Unlike our days when we used to do literally analog, where we used to literally walk from shop to shop, marketing ourselves, talking to one person to the other. But this digital marketing, you're able to do multiple marketing where you can be able to talk to one, you can be able to do one marketing and it teaches very many people. So you have a lot of advantage. So I would say the young people, be strong because you're also very energetic, you have a lot of strength in you, you have an advantage of digital marketing, and still there are so very many gaps and needs that still have not been met.
Sure.
And also while we were in university, well, I remember one professor told us, Professor Ngafo, she told us, when you have graduated as a graduate, even if you go out and sell skuma, you just make sure the skuma you are selling is different from the other people who are selling the other skuma. The way you package your skuma, the way you organize your grocery, even if you must start from there. Let people see this is a shop that is being run by a graduate, unlike a shop that is not run by somebody who didn't go to university. So the expectation is when the lecturers teach you, is that when you go out there, you do something different, sometimes doing the same thing that people are doing, but do it with a difference, with excellence, with determination, and more organized. And that way, you are going to succeed.
And what is the best financial advice that you can give to somebody? They want to, yes, they have the business idea,
Yes.
they have identified the gaps in the society, but they do not know how to fill them. Maybe they do not have the capital, they do not have people to sponsor them to begin the business or implement the idea. What is the best financial advice that you can give to such a person out there?
Uh, Usually when you come into a market, you don't have enough resources. You may not be coming from a family or somebody who can help you through, but whatever you have made, start saving little by little and start putting it back into plow it back the business so that you don't misuse the little you make. The minute you utilize the little that you are making and push it back and plow it back the business starts growing up, business starts coming up and getting a shape and you're able to go through. Otherwise, the best you can do when you start, you don't have somebody to help you through, is save every little coin and every profit you are making and start simple. Don't overestimate yourself in terms of your lifestyle. Start with a very simple lifestyle and you are going to make it. Most of us, if we had a day to tell you where we started, you'd be surprised. We started from very low levels, saved, and somehow by just being diligent with what you are doing, we have been able to come up with this kind of businesses.
So it did not actually come from a place of advantage. You created the advantage yourself.
Oh, let me tell you, most of us came from nowhere. We don't have anywhere we can call anywhere. Yeah, most of us, we didn't even know when minute we graduated, we didn't know where we are going to sleep the next day because we had other siblings the parents needed to take care of, so we were on our own. And so we started with simple jobs with the industry in Nairobi, and now we were able to come up with businesses here.
And lastly, Madam Teresia, do you believe in God?
That for me, I am a believer in God. I am a strong believer of Jesus Christ and a follower of Jesus Christ in every way. So I believe God is also able to order our steps. When we believe in Him, He's able to direct us and He's able to reward our hard labor. So we thank God when we trust in God and when we acknowledge all our doings and our plans to Him. He is able to bless us.
And how has faith been essential to the growth of your business over the years?
Faith has been everything to me, because if I may say diligence, hard work, is because of the faith that I have, that there's a God directing me, there's a God guiding me, there's a God showing me the way, and that way now I'm able to put in the strength. If it is about being kind, being hospitable, it's all because of the, God teaches us to be kind, to be hospitable, to give out, to reach out. It's all about the word of God.
And lastly, Madam Teresia, if you'd go back in time, what is that one thing that you would do differently about that thing that you would change?
Well, if I would go back to a younger age, I would develop more skills for myself. I realized we didn't have enough skills. Yeah, so I would work on more skills, especially when I was young, and especially in the university. Somebody should just go, not just go for their own course, should add up other courses that will help them do better. Yeah, I would wish somebody does more courses and add more skills that would help them to achieve better and to do more.
Any last word to our audience?
Yeah, it's possible to succeed when God is ahead of you and directing you. It's possible to succeed when you are diligent and when you love people and you are working well with people. Having people close to you, loving people, appreciating people, because appreciating people means when you are your workers, the people you work with must feel appreciated. The customers must feel appreciated. If you are a very good person in terms of how you relate with people, the customers, the suppliers, the staff, its life becomes easy. So even if you start a small kiosk, make sure you appreciate people, reach out well to everybody you are talking to, and that way you start becoming better and achieving faster. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Teresia. That was amazing. Thank you for your advice. Thank you so much.
Asante.